We are told that we should be kind and prioritize the needs of others over our own. However, rarely does anyone warn us about the dangers of being excessively kind and caring. We live in a world where reciprocity is not guaranteed, as it is populated by generous individuals who witness their own depletion both financially and emotionally as a result of their giving. Could excessive kindness even jeopardize our own lives? Prepare to be astonished by the negative consequences that can befall you when you are overly kind. Today, I will share with you 8 detrimental outcomes that can occur if you are too nice. Additionally, I will provide you with 4 resilient strategies to prevent others from exploiting your kindness. Let us proceed to the first point without further delay. 1. You will have unrealistic expectations of others. The Stoics advocated for accepting things as they are and not relying on the actions of others for our happiness. Giving without expecting much in return shields you from disappointment and allows you to practice emotional detachment, leading to a more tranquil state of mind. Whether we realize it or not, it is challenging for us to be completely selfless when giving. When we give our all, we anticipate the same from everyone else. However, when we are the ones in need of something crucial, it is our responsibility. You have conditioned people to take for granted that you can handle everything in their lives and yours, especially your own, because if you neglect your own needs, why would you attend to the needs of others? In reality, your expectations of reciprocity will not be fulfilled, leaving you with a negative mood, fatigue, anger, and sadness. Nevertheless, if we examine the situation objectively, people are not disappointing you. They are simply doing what you should be doing, which is attending to their own responsibilities. People will only expect you to provide for them, which brings us to the second point. 2. The Stoics emphasize the importance of remembering that true value lies in acting in a virtuous and rational manner, not merely in satisfying the desires of others. Moderation and balanced giving allow you to maintain control over your actions and prevent you from developing habits that harm your mental well-being. You have been told throughout your life that humans are creatures of habit, and this could not be more accurate. People are designed to adapt to a pattern, a way of life, and a symphony of occurrences around them. The concept of the comfort zone stems from this desire for change. This implies that if you are constantly giving, the individuals you assist will expect you to provide for them incessantly. You will guide them into their comfort zones, and they will not have to fulfill many of their obligations, as you will be there to accomplish them. If you do not value yourself, it is unlikely that anyone will look you in the eyes and advise you to prioritize yourself more. At the very least, do not anticipate this kind of empathy from those you assist, as they would adhere to their own Robin Hood, which would come at a significant cost to their lives. 3. Your goals will be disregarded. The Stoics emphasized the importance of living according to reason and virtue, setting boundaries, and prioritizing our own responsibilities if we wish to maintain balance and not sacrifice our identity and well-being for others. If you consistently prioritize the needs of others over your own, you may be running away from something within yourself that is painful and frightening. How do you feel when you spend the weekend alone or come home every day knowing no one is there to greet you? If you are engaging in numerous activities to escape from yourself, the impact will be twice as severe because on one hand, you will eventually have to confront yourself, and on the other, your negative mood will intensify as you begin to prioritize the needs of others over your own. Self-care is one of the most crucial aspects of well-being. Before you can help others feel better, you must ensure that you are happy, pampered, and well cared for. In other words, you should never offer someone a chocolate unless you have first truly savored one yourself. Similarly, you should not volunteer to clean a friend's house until you have cleaned your own and enjoyed a good movie while sipping wine. the rest of the world comes after you. 4. People will perceive you as weak and treat you accordingly. Stoicism teaches us to strive for strength and self-control. By setting boundaries and practicing self-discipline, we can demonstrate to others that we are committed to our own responsibilities and values, earning their respect instead of being perceived as weak. If you consistently assist others excessively, you may be regarded as an expert in the area where you collaborate with others. However, you may be creating the exact opposite impression. When you fail to establish boundaries, people begin to perceive you as weak, just like the person who opposes a boss, to such an extent that they will approach you to offload their responsibilities because they know you will not refuse. On the contrary, as soon as you employ this magic word, they will begin to feel something for you that they never anticipated: respect. You will have numerous buts, or individuals who only approach you when they require something. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being intelligent and wise. By choosing who to help with self-control and perspective, we can distinguish between genuine individuals and those who seek to exploit us, avoiding wasting our time or energy on unproductive endeavors. People who once considered you a close friend suddenly only desire your company when they need something. If you consider it logically, it is not entirely implausible that this could happen to you, as most people do not invite their employees or colleagues to have coffee with them, let alone a beer. Your situation makes sense, but that does not make it fair. Therefore, you need to learn how to handle the methods I will discuss at the end to prevent people from taking advantage of you. 6. You will only attract those who want something and never those who want to give. With patient judgment, we can build relationships that are genuine and mutually beneficial. People enter our lives because their energies align with ours. In other words, if we vibrate at a low frequency, we attract individuals who are negative, depressed, have dark souls, and seek to harm us. Conversely, when our vibrations are high, we attract individuals who are filled with positive energy, kindness, enthusiasm, diligence, and joy. Consequently, when we give to everyone, we lose so much energy that we begin to vibrate at a low frequency, attracting needy individuals, as well as opportunists who have no intention of reciprocating and only desire to take what they can from us and depart without even expressing gratitude. 7. You could end up developing an addiction. The Stoics taught individuals to be calm and in control of themselves. Self-discipline in giving prevents us from becoming trapped in negative habits and allows us to maintain a healthy relationship with our actions and choices. When scarcity becomes a constant in our lives, the craving for something intensifies, which is the ideal breeding ground for addiction. Thus, one day, someone close to you might observe that you drink excessively and not just spring water. They might also notice that you overeat or even gamble excessively. Pay close attention to what someone who cares about you says, because your initial reaction may be to become angry and deny having any problems. However, this is how people typically behave when they are so immersed in their own issues that they cannot recognize that they have one. Always remember that people who care about you have your best interests at heart. Therefore, pay close attention to what they say, because they are trying to help you avoid falling and move forward. 8. You will arouse suspicion in others. Stoicism teaches us to do good deeds regardless of how others perceive us. By focusing on living in accordance with our beliefs and principles, we build a positive reputation that can withstand false accusations. As much as we would like things to be different, the truth is that there are not many kind people in the world. Therefore, if you are one, people will be suspicious of you instead of being impressed and grateful. It will not be long before your kindness causes people to wonder what is going on with you and what undisclosed plans you have. This could indicate that you have encountered a group of suspicious individuals, but it is more likely that they are simply being realistic. Most individuals who are excessively eager to help are concealing such sinister intentions that it is best to avoid them and decline the assistance they offer. Now, let us examine what you can do to prevent others from taking advantage of you. Strategy number 1. Pay attention to your feelings, as they are communicating something to you. Strategy 1. Based on the Stoic idea of self-awareness, pay attention to how you feel. The Stoics believed it was important to reflect on oneself to understand your emotions and desires. By being attentive to your feelings, you can discern if you are overgiving and mentally exhausting yourself. This allows you to shift your focus and find a healthy balance. How does helping others make you feel? Being considerate of yourself and prioritizing your own needs is such a kind act that you should feel like you are walking on clouds when you do it. Therefore, if you feel overwhelmed, exhausted, angry, or used, it is time to listen to your emotions. If something optional makes you feel so negative, you should not deceive yourself about it. Instead, examine how the assistance you are providing affects your well-being. Strategy 2. Do not be afraid of the word no. Following the teachings of the Stoics, you should recognize that your time and energy are valuable and need to be used in a balanced manner. Self-control can be demonstrated by being able to say no when you feel overwhelmed or when the request is unreasonable. Although the word no evokes negative connotations and sadness, it is natural for us to find it challenging to say it. However, if we do not learn to use this word when someone demands more from us than we can provide, pessimism will dominate our lives. Practice in front of the mirror and remind yourself that it is the only way to regain your freedom and avoid unnecessary and potential risks. Strategy 3. You have a time and space for yourself. Respect them. Following the Stoic values of self-discipline and self-respect, it is essential to give yourself time and space to take care of yourself. Engage in activities you enjoy, such as exercise, drawing, listening to music while having a cup of tea, or anything else that energizes you. Complete your responsibilities as soon as possible so that you can experience this. You should take this very seriously, so seriously that you should schedule this time every day or every week. So if someone requests your assistance during that time, they need to be very kind and helpful to you, not to the person. Therefore, without remorse, you tell them no and enjoy that time and space just for yourself. If you do not want to be so direct, you can offer to help at a different time, but make it clear that you will only be able to assist for a limited period because you have other commitments. Strategy 4. Identify energy vampires and distance yourself from them. Following the Stoic principles of self-discipline and wisdom, it is crucial to recognize which relationships are beneficial for you and which can drain you mentally. By distancing yourself from individuals who consistently drain your energy and do not contribute anything positive, you are taking care of your own well-being and demonstrating Stoic self-control in your relationships. You should be aware that attempting to help an energy thief will be futile. These individuals overwhelm you with their complaints, their pains, and their catastrophic view of life. Do not bother trying to help them, because if their problems were resolved, they would have to stop complaining, which is something they would not tolerate. In conclusion, according to Stoic wisdom, in life, the best measure for things is always the middle ground, and generosity is no exception. If we give too little, we come across as selfish and greedy, while if we give excessively, we end up completely drained of energy, time, and probably money as well. So lean towards the grays, which are still the best choices for finding a balance between prioritizing the needs of others and putting your own needs first. And if you are ever unsure, just remember the magic word, no. Even more so if they offer to drive you home from the window of their car. We have reached the end of this journey, and I sincerely hope these tips will be of great use to you. Don't forget to subscribe, as you are a crucial part of this channel. So, if this video has helped you, made you think, or you've learned something, give it a thumbs up so that more people can discover the powers of Stoic wisdom. And if you haven't already, don't forget to check out our ebook about Stoicism and how to apply it in your own life. Subscribe for a daily dose of Stoic wisdom and growth.